No, it's that kind of morning it has been across the area. Those winds are pretty stiff, and compared to yesterday when we enjoyed 70s, this is kind of a smack in the face literally this morning. So that's what we're dealing with out there. It is going to be quite cold as we head into the weekend. We've been talking about that, taking you out to the UNT campus. Those temperatures still in the low 30s as we head toward midday. So we're struggling here to have those temperatures warm up much. 21 is what it feels like taking you out to UNT right now, and still in the 30s coming back over to DBU, feeling like it's 23. The actual temperature 34 degrees there. So we'll see those temperatures still in the 30s right now. So we're forecasting mid 40s. We'll struggle to get there. I think it looks like later today, still in those upper 30s, getting out to Breckenridge at 37, 35 coming over to Mineral Wells, and those lower 30s getting out to Canton right now at 34 and 32 in Greenville. Those wind chills, factoring that in, still in the upper teens is what it feels like in a few places. Getting out to Paris at 17, 19 coming down to McKinney along with Fort Worth. So it is quite cold, and those temperatures, again, we're forecasting some mid and upper 40s, but we'll be lucky to get there the way it's looking right now at those temperatures still in the 30s in most locations around North Texas. So we're going to be well below normal today. And again, this is just a taste of what is to come with that Arctic air blowing in over the weekend. So kind of give you an overview, we're still talking about some precip across the area. Still, the bitterly cold temperatures might be a bigger story than the precip, but we're still looking at about a 30% coverage area wide with that wintry mix of precip. Now, up along the Red River, looks like we'll have the better chances. We're seeing some snow, some maybe minor accumulations there, and I think enough. It's going to be light, but maybe enough to cause some issues out there as far as travel is concerned, especially coming down into the Metroplex Sunday night going into Monday, where we'll have that better chance for the sleet snow mixture there as that wintry mix kind of as we get down into Dallas and Fort Worth, an area south of I-20, more of that mix of freezing rain and some accumulation there as well. So we are talking about some roadways, especially the elevated surfaces, some power outages, some of those way down tree limbs could cause some problems out there. So definitely something to keep in mind and be aware of as we go through the weekend. So still you have time to make those cold weather preps as we head into the weekend. Arctic air is not moving in until late Saturday. Here comes the front as it does. We'll keep it dry, but those temperatures will start to drop in a hurry as we get into Saturday evening. So I think around 8, 9 o'clock, we'll probably see those temperatures below freezing as we get into Saturday night. And it's going to stay that way for several days as we get into next week. So we will definitely get that Arctic blast moving in and still dry on Sunday morning. This is around 9 a.m. We're going to have mostly cloudy skies, very blustery conditions once again. But we probably won't see any precip until Sunday evening. So sometime after 7 p.m., I think we'll start to see that light wintry precip developing across the area. That will continue as we get into Sunday night through early Monday. Unfortunately, it's a holiday, so a lot of folks will be off work, kids out of school, so maybe not as many people on the roads that normally would be, but we're still going to have some wintry precip to deal with through Monday morning, and again, enough to cause some issues out there as far as travel is concerned. That tapers off, though, as we go through the day on Monday, and then those temperatures will still stay on the cold side, and that will certainly be the case for us as we get into the early part of the week. Now, for the weekend, we're looking at a high tomorrow around 54. So we do warm up a little bit before that Arctic air moves in. So you'll still have some time early tomorrow if you haven't gotten those winter weather preps out of the way yet. But 18 on Sunday morning, and we'll see those temperatures only around 28 on Sunday afternoon. And as we look at that extended forecast, those overnight lows we've been talking about getting into next week are going to be right around record lows, and those highs as well. We're talking about some very frigid daytime highs, and that might set some records too as we're looking at those temperatures only in the 20s as we get into Monday and Tuesday, and you see on Tuesday around 11 and that high around 47 or so as we get into a Wednesday there. We'll finally get back into the 50s before more cool air moves in as we head into the latter half of next week.